welcome to What We Watch After Dark. My name's Nathan.
I'm Jenny.
And today we are going to be discussing Heat.
It's a 1995 film, and we saw it on Hulu.
We saw it on Hulu.
It's available to stream on Hulu. And it is a longer film, about almost 3 hours, but not boring. No.
No. This is by far one of my favorite films. It has all the heavy hitters that were really popular actors in 1995.
Yeah, there's Al Pacino, who's playing a cop.
Right.
In like the homicide detective
side, yeah.
And then
Robert De Niro, who is the...
Just like a general synopsis of the movie, I mean, there's several plot lines going on, but in the end, there's, Robert De Niro wanting to score that last big heist, and Al Pacino's kind of on his tail, like, trying to stop him, and, of course, there's a bunch of different, like, subplots going on with their families and the people around them and stuff.
One of the things you have to understand about this film is there is no good or bad guy. Because, I mean, like one of the lines says, you are what you chase. And so they were similar guys, but it was more like a yin-yang kind of a thing going on the whole time. Michael Mann did a fantastic job on this film.
He directed it.
The cinematography was good. The editing was good. The sound. Everything was a character in this film. It was very impressive. I loved it the first time I saw it in the theater. One of the things about this film is just before this, L.A. had a bank robbery that was these guys, like in the movie, had higher firepower. You had a whole police force after them, but they had fully automatic weapons. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And what two people can do with automatic weapons when the cops even have rifles mm-hmm. that do semi-automatic, mm-hmm. It is no way that you could fight that firepower.
There's lots of shooting in this movie.
There is, but but even the shooting was a character of the film. Like I was telling you before, the sound that he took from the bank robbing scene is because he hid microphones throughout the area
to catch
the actual sound, the loudness of what a real gunshot sounds like. Mm-hmm. And to bring back in just a little bit, and then I'll get off this subject, but those guys were in full metal armor in the LA bank robbery. And the cops had to go to stores where they knew they had illegal rifles and say, we won't charge you with them, let us use them. And that was the only way they got them down. Ultimately, it was like take headshots. But I know that's something you can look up in 1990 if you want to. It's a news story.
I would say it's kind of interesting. I think the movie juxtaposes like what you prioritize in life. Do you prioritize your wife? Do you prioritize your job? Do you prioritize money or revenge? And kind of you see the characters making those choices throughout the movie, and meanwhile hurting the ones they love.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that to me, I mean, it was so parallel that you had the gangsters one night at a nice dinner, and then the next scene from that is the cops at a nice dinner. Mm-hmm. And they both if anything, the cops were probably partying a little bit harder, but it gave you a feel for what these people were. It's such a classic story that this film will hold up for a very long time. Mm-hmm. It is that good of a film. Mm-hmm. There's no, to my knowledge, I don't know, did you read anything about CGI or anything?
No, they didn't even use any sound stages.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all shot on location. And one thing I do want to say, there is a trigger warning in this movie, suicide. So if that's something that is triggering, then I would not watch it.
And also, if you're feeling suicidal, please tell somebody. We all love you, no matter who you are. And it's important to remember that suicide is a moment thought that could take away a lifetime. Anyway, let's go ahead and show them the trailer.
Yeah. Then when you come back, we'll tell you what we thought as far as rating goes.
He's here. I can feel it.
You search for the scent of your prey, and then you hunt them down. That's the only thing you're committed to.
It keeps me sharp, on the edge, where I gotta be.
You want to be making moves on the street? Allow nothing to be in your life that you cannot walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you spot the heat around the corner.
No, my life's a disaster zone because I spend all my time chasing guys like you around the block.
I do what I do best. I take scores. You do what you do best, trying to stop guys like me.
You've been walking through our life dead.
All I am is what I'm going after.
From The Godfather to Scent of a Woman.
What do we got?
From Raging Bull to Goodfellas.
Assume they got our phones, assume they got our houses, assume they got us.
Their performances have created a legacy of landmark films.
I want full surveillance. That's 24 hours, round the clock. We never close, open 7 days a week.
Now, for the first time, America's two most electrifying actors collide.
With this guy, there's more cheap you should pass. The bank is worth the risk. You should take it down.
12.2 million.
You're up.
This crew is good.
It ain't worth the risks you take. Like in risk versus reward, baby.
You're fugitive number one with a bullet.
I'm double the worst trouble you ever had.
If I'm there and I gotta put you away, I won't like it. But I'll tell you, you are going down.
What if you do got me boxed in, and I gotta put you down? Because no matter what, you will not get in my way. I will not hesitate for a second.
Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Val Kilmer in a Michael Mann film. Heat.
All right, we're back. Look in the link below for further information about that bank robbery I was talking about. I love this film. It is a 10. it hits every button. Now I admit it is a very masculine film. People that didn't live back then are not even going to understand certain things.
Yeah.
But I strongly suggest, because you can keep up for the most part, and
his storytelling is really good.
It's just phenomenal. Everything, I mean, you get just as I still get just as intense when they were on the stakeout, and they were there. The bad guys were there. They had to wait for them to steal something. Mm-hmm. You know, and you feel this tension, and
yeah, it's just like a kind of a game, a cat and mouse game, you know.
Cops and robbers, man. Mm-hmm. It was awesome. I mean,
they're each trying to outsmart each other, and yeah.
You know, and then of course you have classic lines that you've heard a million times, especially at the coffee scene of this movie. What'd you think, baby?
I thought it was pretty good. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I mean, lots of violence, and
Lots of violence.
lots of F-bombs. But I mean, not that I have any problem with that.
John Voight's in it.
Yeah. I mean, lots of people are in it, but yeah, I would say I thought it was really good. But if you're not partial to just people being shot.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's for people that don't like blood and gore, but if you like a good heist film, this one has several.
Yeah.
And it even goes so far as to show everybody's weakness and where it is.
Yeah.
This movie could be studied as a film. I mean,
and it's not one of those that has like, oh, a happy ending, everybody in the end loses, I think.
Well, yes, but you do realize that the humanity that Al Pacino's character, Neil, brings at the very end. The humanity, accepting. Not exactly like that, no. Okay, anyway, I love this film. So I suggest go watching it.
Yeah, I mean, for being, 28 years old, it holds up.
Oh, yeah.
And for being, and you have a rule, you don't like to watch over, hour 45-minute movies?
I usually don't. I mean, I'll give Lord of the Rings, I'll give, certain things I make exceptions for.
And this is one of them.
And this is one of them. If you can keep my attention for 3 hours, God bless you, I'm in.
So, if you like this video, please comment,
Like and subscribe.
And let us know which movies we should watch next.
Yeah. And I just love every single one of you. And I want you to remember, as always, get your son! Not exactly like that, no. Not exactly like that, no. Not exactly like that, no.